Formidable, formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Nous étions formidables. Formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Nous étions formidables. Oh bébé, oups, mademoiselle, je vais pas vous draguer. Promis, juré, je suis célibataire depuis hier, putain. Je peux pas faire d'enfant et bon, c'est pas, hé, reviens, 5 minutes quoi. Je t'ai pas insulté, je suis poli, courtois et un peu fort bourré. Mais pour les mecs comme moi, j'avais autre chose à faire, hein. M'auriez vu hier, j'étais formidable. Formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Nous étions formidables. Formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Nous étions formidables. Oh, tu t'es regardé, tu te crois beau parce que tu t'es marié. Mais c'est qu'un anneau, mec, t'emballes pas. Elle va te larguer comme elles le font chaque fois. Et puis l'autre fille, tu lui en as parlé. Si tu veux, je lui dis, comme ça c'est réglé. Et au petit aussi, enfin si vous en avez. Attends 3 ans, 7 ans et là vous verrez si c'est formidable. Formidable. Tu étais fort.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here to the Dascar Philips Cup Series Season 8 2015 here on Ziggo Sport. We are here for the final Philips Cup Series race of 2015. Because, first off, we are here at Colombia, so back again at Colombia. Of course, we had a sprint race which was, quite chaotic, couple of big wrecks over there. But, I think that this race will have the same ingredients, as nothing has changed. So, the Colombia Carrera Principal, or in other words, the Colombia main race, 15% single points, race number 19 of the season. So indeed, after this race, we are halfway through the season. And that's fun. Actually, I hadn't thought of that. So it's quite fun that when we go enter the 2016 with the second half of the season. So that's a good thing. Of course, we start with the Fritzstein All-Star event, which is a loose event, but 19 of 38 races, 19th of the 38th race. And of course, that means that this is also the last race before the All-Star race. So if these drivers, this is their last chance, the last chance on winning a race and getting in the All-Star race. Otherwise, they have to either hope for the fan vote. The video will also be uploaded somewhere in the next few days, so keep an eye out on that. And also the showdown. So the first 2 in the showdown will go on to the All-Star race. So easiest thing is just to win this race, I think, because that's one thing which which gets you in the All-Star race phone. Okay. Then one other thing, my audio. Of course, you all know that I have had problems with audio and synchronizing stuff, and then sometimes it was just. I'm not sure how you really experience it, but the thing is that the audio always started too late. Looking at the video, I always had to move it forward. Normally, I just move it backwards a little bit. And the last part of the audio that was just not in the video. So I don't know. I didn't know what the problem was. I changed a whole lot of things. I installed Movie Maker again for the second time. I installed Audacity for the second time. Nothing had changed. But then I realized, looking at what the problem was, that Movie Maker for some reason doesn't load MP3 files very well. So, very easy solution, just had to change have to save the audio to a WAV file, and then it's no problem. So, I'll do that from now on, so there will be no problems with my audio, which is a good thing. Then one other thing, of course, with the Philips Cup Series, this will be the last race of 2015, but that means we are going to start the Martina Endurance Series race, or season, with the Christmas specials. The first race once again will be at Le Mans. Second event will be the Royals. I think everything has been tested for both events, so 100% set and done. Only the third race, is something which we're still working on, which will be another endurance race of 3 hours. I'm looking at one new racetrack which is called Willow Springs Raceway or something, which is a whole lot of fun. It seems like it's a great fast track, a lot of passing. Just have to get everything organized, and then if everything is meaning that there's not just 2 retirees from a race, or not 20 or 30 retirees from a race, quite some passing, not a boring race, long enough and all that kind of stuff, no disqualifications and weird stuff happening, then we are going to go to Willow Springs for the second race. And if that race doesn't play out, we always have some backups, which are, for instance, Virginia International Raceway, New Jersey International Raceway or something, I'm not sure, Motorsport Park, I'm not sure what the name of the racetrack is. I will also download Road Atlanta probably, which I still have to do, and the Lime Rock was on the list, but that the one version I have only contains 36 cars or something, or 37, so not enough. But that will all be later. Don't worry about it. You will see it. You will hear from me in the Christmas specials video. So enough about that. We're going to go focus on this field. We have top 10 in points. Choi Kang is your points leader, 2 points over Nicole Trenwich. And then Joseph Nesto, there's a little bit bigger gap now. That is 13 points back to Joseph Nesto. Then we got Bassanies in 4th, which is a huge gap. This is exactly 40 points. So James Shelley is currently in 5th. Then we got Aiden Thomas in 6th. Denise Steinauer is currently in 7th after a win in the sprint race. Then we got Inge Lamboliana in 8th, Bruce Liljon in 9th, and Philip Goldberg in 10th. By the way, one thing I haven't mentioned yet, you might hear that my voice sounds a little bit funny. Partially it's because I have a little bit of cold. I have had that the whole week. Don't know what. Partly because 2 days ago I had a party and my voice is still not 100% healed. So, but I think it's mostly due to the cold. So, but it's no problem. So on the pool we have over here the BMW, the dikke BMW of Diana Vasquez, and over here on the outside is Leah Walker in the 33. And I think we're gonna get this race started because I don't have a whole lot more to say. I think so. There we go. Let's get these cars rolling over here. 42 cars are in the field, and something which is very interesting, which I saw Jeff Burton do yesterday. He posted a picture that he had 43 AI cars in a field. I know that it's possible, I just don't know how. I know it's even possible to have 50 cars, but once again, I don't know how. So yeah, if anybody knows, can help me out with something, with how it works, I might even try to do that for Philips Cup Series races or other series races. So, but first off, we're gonna go green flag racing over here, ladies and gentlemen. The Columbia Carrera Principal is green flag. And get ready for some aggressive racing over here. Aggressive super speedway style racing. And Diana Vasquez is in the lead. Philip Goldberg. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's a little bit dangerous going into turn. Coming out of turn number 2. And contact meet. Couple of cars go on the apron and now they're banging over there. Number 9 and the 4, Diana Vasquez and Philip Goldberg. And we're waiting for a crash. Here comes Joshua Michaels to the inside in this Christmas Specials car. And this is going to be a big one if something happens. Coming out of turn number 4. Look at them go like this. This is insane. How can they not crash it? Oh, yeah, we're just waiting for a crash. So where it's gonna come? Philip Goldberg goes into the wall, and here we go. And a huge hit for that number 28 car. That was a very hard hit into the wall, and it seems like only a few cars. Oh, and then number 59 car of Zachary Fitzwater flips wildly on the backstretch. There was a secondary incident over here, and that's another tumble. And ooh, The two top-notch racing cars were involved. Both Bastonies and Joseph Ernesto. That is both 3rd and 4th in points. Look at this. Look at them race very hard over here. Very aggressive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had a big one over here. But honestly, I saw it coming. So everybody can calm down again. And for some reason... Oh. The 04 car of Joshua Michael is your lead. By the way, the probation of both Joshua Michaels and Harry Hills have ended. They're not on probation anymore. No problems for them. And what is happening over here? Yeah, they're all mixing things up. I don't know, but... So here's the field. And yeah, you can see there are quite some cars with damage there. Chris Borchers on the course with, well, not too much damage. Lene van Dijk, same story. Diana Vasquez has damage. So that's your pole sitter already in trouble, and the person which he was banging with is also in trouble. But the most damage is for these guys on pit road. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we had a big one over here. As my audio is still, for some reason, lagging, but oh well. Hopefully it will be fine. But the thing is, we had quite a big incident over here. We're gonna take a look at the replays, caution number 1. So let's try to figure out what happened over here, because, well, quite a lot of things happened, and I think it actually started not with the 28 car, but with the 18 car of Anna Gregg. Real slow. I don't know. Maybe it started with the 62 car getting into the left rear of the 28 car, and Joseph Ernesto catapults back up the racetrack again. Philip Goldberg there, Diane Vasquez is taken out. That's quite a hard hit for James Shelley over there in the 28 car. He has had quite some bad luck lately, mid-season. There the number 18 car of Anna Gregg also makes contact with 33 of Leah Walker, so the outside pole sitter also has a little bit of damage now. Now the thing is, what happened over there? I'm gonna take a look at that now. Look at Zachary Fitzwater in the number 59 car. Just gets tipped over on his roof. Look at that. He just gets tipped over on his roof by the 43 car. Then he goes rolling one time. And there's another one, 2. And look at the Tequila Patron car go now. 3. My goodness. 4. 5. 6. And 7. Some of course has a great onboard for this. 8. 9. 10. 11. Look at how high that car went. My goodness. 12. There's another one. 13. There will be 14 now. There's 15 coming. Oh my goodness. I have not seen him flip that many times. Well, this rarely happens that the car flips over that many times. 16 times. And there is 17. On its nose now. This might be 18. So 17 or 18 flips for Zachary Fitzwater. Well, that's one way. Of course, oh no, actually, was to say that's one way to say goodbye to 2015. But of course, he's also in the Christmas special. So, well, it was a ride for Zachary Fitzwater. But first, we'll skip back to the first incident. Joseph Ernesto, I think he was not, well, of course, he did tag the 28 car, but he was not the only one that made contact with somebody, because, well, there you see the 4 car get into the wall. The 85 and the 18 did make a little bit of contact. But Joseph Ernesto, I think the toughest deal for him is that he took out his teammate in the process. So both 3rd and 4th in points are in the wall over here. And with both Troy Kang and Nicole Tranovich not in the wall, that's not really good. Point is, 5th in points, James Shelley is right there. There he was. Also, number 4 car, 10th in points, Philip Goldberg, he's right there. So we had quite some points contenders involved in this deal. Now, James Shelley did get hit another time. Yeah, they're wrecking up front. Oh yeah, there the 4 car runs into it. So, I think the 9 car of Diana Vasquez doesn't have a whole lot of damage. I think very minor damage, but, well, can't say a lot about the other ones. Now I want to go to the 59 car of Zachary Fitzwater. Full speed now, from camera 1, and wait for it. They're just all missing things, and then the 06 car turned him, and the 43 nailed him. That's what happened to Zachary Fitzwater. And look at this car go. What a wild tumble for Zachary Fitzwater. The Tequila Patron Jaguar. And I was almost afraid that Joseph Nessa or was the best knees was gonna hit him, but luckily she did not. There's also Dylan Young involved. So there's already 2 of the 3 rookies involved in this thing. Now we will go onwards with the 59 car because that's fun. Look at this, here we go. Crash happening in front of you. Now he has to brake for Engel Ameliana and suddenly gets turned. Wow. Well, if it wasn't for the tequila, it's definitely because of this wreck that he's gonna be dizzy. My goodness, what a wreck that was for Zachary Fitzwater. And we're going back now. One more onboard I want to show you, and that's for the 51 car of Sonic Course. Look at this. This is where things went wrong for Zachary Fitzwater. And this is gonna be quite a brutal replay. Look at this, the Jaguar. I think Jaguar, this might be the last time we're gonna see this Jaguar template being used, because there's new Jaguar XF which I'm going to make. So look at this car. That's quite amazing. This view is quite intense. Wow. And then he hits the wall, so I thought initially it might have been Sonic Course that hit him, but it was not. It was the wall that he hit. Wow. That is one heck of a replay over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, and after all this carnage and a lot of cars which were involved, we have over here the leader Joshua Michaels. This is the race back to the line, and Joshua Michaels is your leader when we go green flag. You know, something which is striking me is that Joshua Michaels, he was also the leader in the sprint race when his engine gave up with 2 to go. Or whatever the problem was, I don't know. But he is once again up front. So Joshua Michaels, he's doing a fairly great job in this number 04 car. Just, well, didn't have the result. So looking for redemption, just like Davey Spire was a few races ago. The software was installed. That's why Destiny was lagging a bit. So, damn it. Thing is, Joshua Michaels, once again, your leader. Aiden Thomas is second at 16 points, so very important for him. Third is Jane Pinter. Fourth we got over here Noortje Smits. Fifth we got John Cittadino. Sixth it's Bruce Littlejohn. Oh, that's fun. 2 teammates right behind each other. Seventh we got Harry Hills in the 76 car. Eighth is Dom Caps in the 88. Ninth we got Luke Walker in the 99. And in 10th we got the 57 car of Jackson Brown. His teammates, I think, are both out of this race. Well, at least one of them is. Yeah, because the other one is there, so... Out of the race are Zachary Fitzwater, quite obvious. Anna Gregg, once again, bad luck for her. James Shelley, John Cittadino, no, Joseph Nessa, sorry. And the 43 car is also out of this race. Also quite, well, not surprising at all. Betty Johnson, that is. So for them, the 2015 Phillips Cup Series season is over. And it's quite astonishing. So quite weird. So green flag is out, and that means looking at those guys, we will not see James Shelley and Betty Johnson back racing, because they are not in the Martini Endurance Series. So we'll not see them race anymore in 2015, at least in one of my series. So while Jane Pinter storms through to the lead in the number 27 car, and he's soon being followed by 44 of Noortje Smits. And look at this field. They're always moving lanes a whole lot on the backstretch over here. That's really surprising me, and that is also what causes most problems, and this also causes problems, but usually it helps. Look at that, John Cittadino, to the polar, goes through the grass. Not sure where she is. There she is. Great job by saving that thing. I think Jeffrey Fingai got loose or something and made contact with Tuatopola, so bad luck Jeffrey Fingai getting into this. There the 402 car goes into the wall, and that's also dangerous. Yeah, these guys are doing pretty dangerous stuff over here. Of course, we always expect another crash. Look at this midfield, as the leader is now currently Jackson Brown. Not Golden Brown, but Jackson Brown. And here comes Denise Steinauer, remember, the winner from the sprint race. And she is once again up front. So it seems like this is really a racetrack. Some drivers just show themselves being very good here. Like Joshua Michaels and like Denise Steinauer. Oh, this is also very tricky. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. And a big one once again. And John Cittadino is involved. And Debbie Myers nailed the 66 car of Jason Sinclair. And I'm almost afraid that we're gonna have another one of those hard incidents. And actually we might have had a couple of them. Oh boy. Well, so we had a couple of hard hits over here of drivers not slowing down. And Debbie Myers, at least, she was one of them. So there's gonna be another retirement for her. It's Joseph of John. Ugh. Now I'm even going to mix James up with John and Joseph. Can you imagine that? John Doe. So the 27 car of Jane Pinter is your leader. I can't call this right. And we have 15 cars left, I think. 16 cars left here. Wow, that's quite astonishing. We have a very small group left. Another big incident, ladies and gentlemen. Big crash number 2. We're gonna take a look at the replays over here. Wow. Now the question is, of course, where did this go wrong? And to be honest, I don't know. This is just, at one point, it really reminded me a little bit of a cycling incident. You remember when we have the cycling Tour de France, for that kind of stuff. You see a big group of cars, and then suddenly one person falls, and everybody behind there just falls on the ground. And there's just one thing that triggers a whole lot of stuff. And I think it seems like the same thing happened over here. As Aiden Thomas got into the 88, got into the 81, got into the 27, and who got into everybody else. That is pretty much what happened over here. Look at the Denise Steiner and Nicole Trenowich, that's second in points, involved in this thing. Aiden Thomas also involved. Now Troy Kang, we have not seen him yet. Actually, Debbie Myers was not. No, we had to apologize to Debbie Myers. She was not the one who got. Oh. We thought that she was the one who plow drove the 66 car, but actually it was the 66 car who plow drove her. And now I'm wondering if something else happened. Oh, Joshua Michaels once again involved. That's quite a bad break. There's the 9 car, Daniel Vasquez, and ooh, that's hard into the 256 of Ray Takeda and into Joshua Michaels. Who else? Levendijk, I think she got by. Philip Goldberg, same story. Look at all this smoke. I can't see a thing. And I think everybody else was fine, so at least I think, I don't know. Ray Takinen, number 8 car. Well, she went down low. I'm not sure how many. Oh, there are still a couple of cars over here. They might have ran together, or might have ran into each other once again. I want to speed this up a little bit. So, well, good thing is this, those drivers, at least they did slow down. So, a lot of damage here. John Cittadino with a whole lot of damage as well. And once again, I want to take a look at the helicopter view. Real slow. Now, watch that number 2 car. Aiden Thomas gets into Dom Caps, who gets then into the 81 of Daniel Voiles. Daniel Voiles shoots into the 72 car, and the 17 car then gets, well, turned around a little bit. And the 2 car will take out a couple of other drivers. As here, there he turns it down low. Actually, there the 256 it was. Yeah, the 256 also turned around Joshua Michaels in the same process. And that is what caused this huge crash, which contains 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars in the wall. That's quite astonishing over here. And there we see, well, we've got to keep an eye on that number 67 car, Debbie Myers. I want to take a look at the people who finished good last time, but well, it seems like everybody who was in there who was in the top 5 at least has been in an incident, and that was quite a hard hit for Debbie Myers. Oh, actually, the wrong way. Look at the car just spinning around. Well, she might be a bit bruised after this hit. I mean, let's go on board over here with her. We'll go on board with somebody else as well. I don't know yet who, but let's go on board. Oh, that's just a shame. She almost had it saved. She almost had it saved and was about to continue racing again, but then came by somebody else. And somebody else got hit over here. I don't know who it was, but... Oh, actually, Jay Sinclair also got hit now. There, by 76. And another time. There. Damn it. So. Now I'm wondering... Oh yeah. Of course, the 9 car also plowed into this, so... A whole lot of cars were involved, and we're gonna go on board with John Cittadino over here, your Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series president, but well, more importantly, is the Dascar or the Utica Rallycross Series president, and still a lot of great series that is, I gotta say. Another great, the last race is almost gonna be up. There's another qualifying race coming up, and then of course for the last event, that is race number 10. So we'll see who will be the champion in that series. It was between 2 drivers, well, or at least it was between 5 drivers, but 2 drivers were very, very close to each other. So I cannot remember who it was. That's stupid to me. Sorry. John Cittadino. Just an unfortunate incident. Just too close. Now watch the 9 car come in. Cannot see it. Great. And they're racing by pretty fast still. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that at least has left us with a lot fewer cars to run for the victory. And here is your leader, Jane Pinter, number 27 car. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a look at the restart again with just well, I think more than half of the race still to go. So, gonna be a great ending. Hopefully, not that many cautions anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the green flag. It is. Well, we are back again, and of course we do have quite some cars in here, but with damage. So, out of the race at least are now also the 67 of Debbie Myers, the 81 of Daniel Voiles, his 2015 years also over, at least in my series. Dom Caps, same story. The number 9 of Diana Vasquez, same story I think. The 66 Jason Sinclair, he will be in the specials. 99 Luke Walker, his year is also done. The 72 John Cittadino, who will of course be in the specials. The 256 of Ray Takada, who will be in the specials. The 76 of Harry Hills, his 2015 is over. And the 4 of Philip Goldberg, who of course will also be in the specials. So we have in the specials, of course, we have quite a lot of new names, which really surprised me. We have a couple of new nationalities. We have 2 Irish drivers. We have a Brazilian driver, and a Brazilian driver is really 100% Brazilian. So we have somebody from Puerto Rico, at least born in Puerto Rico, lives in the US, has lived in both southern USA as well as Southern America and mid America maybe as well. So, and ladies and gentlemen, we got over here Jane Pinter in the lead. Now, of course, the question is: are we gonna see a new winner, or are we gonna see an old winner? And looking at, of course, the All-Star race, because that is what's gonna be most important. It's all about the win, and that is at least for Kyle Collins this thing, because he has to win if he wants to be in the All-Star race, or he has to win, of course, in the showdown, or be the fan vote. But winning is easiest, for now at least. That's all you can do. It's all in your hands of these drivers. And Kyle Collins moves to the lead. The 87 car will soon make a move though. Alex Hawkins, that is. There's Ben Goldberg with Robert Goldberg, the two Goldbergs that are still left without any problems. I think that's quite astonishing. Quite, I keep on saying astonishing, but quite interesting if there are two drivers of the same team which have no problems. Don't know if, well, Alex Hawkins and Troy Kang is the same story. Tuitzpola has been in an incident, so look at this. 4 wide. We have only 10 or 12 cars in this lead group, and they're still side by side, 4 wide and leaning on each other. 14 cars are in this lead group. That is, well, where it stops at the O2 car, and everybody else is a little bit further behind. So it's gotta be between these 14 drivers unless they all crash. That's something which I actually could see happening. 2 cars on pit road now, which will come on the racetrack again very soon. So we're halfway home, and we already have lost. Oh, not half the field, but we have only 14 cars which are undamaged. So look at this. The 27 car got a great run on the outside, but Alex Hawkins with a little bit of a tap on the 70 car of Jay Stella. Jay Stella, the Ukrainian man, I should say. And there comes the 70 car, and we have lap traffic indeed. Drivers who made pit stops, and this could be ugly. Oh, and that is ugly! And that is ugly, and Alex Hawkins is in the wall. Alex Hawkins is in the wall. Oh boy. Don't run into this. Oh. And we have another caution, and that was due to lap traffic. Now you could clearly see that the closing rate of the lead pack was too big, and the 57 car, pretty much, yeah, there was nowhere to go because he just got run over. So, wow, lap traffic, which causes the third caution of today, and which takes out 2 drivers who were doing very good, who had a pretty big chance to win, and who needed to win to get in the All-Star race. So. Tough break for Kyle Collins and Alex Hawkins. We're gonna take a look at the replays. Ladies and gentlemen, caution number 3. So we are back again. Let's take a look at what happened. You could clearly see there's the 57 car. He's in the middle of the racetrack. Yeah, down low, that would have been the 70 car running, the 70 car running into him. Up high, maybe brushing the wall. Well, he could have gone completely up high. That's could have been a little bit better for him. But instead, he's remained in the middle of the racetrack, and Alex Hawkins, an 87 car, could not get by. Ran into him, and that got straight into the 32 car, nowhere to go, and that's pretty big impact for both drivers into that wall. With our slow-mo cam over here. And I think actually nothing else happened over here, except for that, well, the 57 car. Well, he held up a couple of drivers, but this is what we saw. Alex Hawkins, bang. Just a tough break it was for both drivers. Knew where to go. And I'm not sure how bad the damage is for both, but at least winning this is something they can forget. I hope for them that they can continue their way. Especially for, well, actually both are pretty far down in points. Alex Hawkins 32nd. And Kyle Collins 33rd. They're right behind each other in points, so well, it's just an unfortunate incident and nowhere to go for Kyle Collins. He was really the bad luck guy in this. So that's your incident, ladies and gentlemen. That's your third caution of today, and here they are all racing for some back mark positions. So. The leader currently is Jay Stella. Surprise, surprise. We're gonna take you to the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with the news that both Alex Hawkins and Kyle Collins have retired. So bad break for both of them. Not what they were hoping for, but well, so that's a tough break. We will see Alex Hawkins back. We won't see Kyle Collins back in 2015. So, well, at least to everybody who will not see back again, Happy New Year already. And we'll see you back in 2016. The leader is Jay Stella in the number 70 car, teammate of Kyle Collins. Second, we got Ben Goldberg over here in 6th. Third, we got Jane Pinter. In 4th is a backmarker, because this driver needs to be in 4th. That is Noortje Smits. In 5th, we got Troy Kang. 6th, we got the O2 car of Prudence Littlejohn. 7th, we got the 33 of Leah Walker. 8th is Chris Washer with all that damage. I don't know how, but okay, whatever. Then we got in 9th the 64 car. Oh, never mind. The 64 car of Justin Yee, and in 10th we got Inge Lambliana, who's 8th in points. So, looking at the top 10 in points, Troy Kang, top 10 currently. Nicole Tranowicz somewhere in the back. Joseph Nesto out. Bassanese somewhere in the back. James Shelley out. Aiden Thomas out or involved, at least somewhere in the back. Denise Steinauer out. No, actually somewhere in the back or in the front, which I should say now, but Inge Lambliana in front. Prudence Littlejohn, same story, and Philip Goldberg also has had issues, so this is gonna shake up points quite a bit, and I'm pretty excited to see how this race will play out eventually. Look at them go 4 wide once again, almost at least. They tried to go 4 wide. Denise Steinauer holding up the bunch. Now looking up front, we got the 70 car in the lead, but only a group of 7 cars are in there. How can Chris Washer even keep up with these guys? I don't know, but his rear end is completely destroyed. His rear wing is completely lifted up, so that is definitely has, well, an effect on his car aero wise. But Noortje Smits got a tap from Prudence Littlejohn. No harm, no foul, and that even sometimes such a tap can be in your advantage, and that's exactly what happens to the 44 cars. Noortje Smits is now going down low for the lead. There comes the 23 car, 23 of Troy Kang, and Troy Kang will soon. I thought he was going to get a run and pull to the inside of Noortje Smits, but it was not the case. The 33 car tried to make a move, and they're going 3 wide, almost 4 wide, and we have another incident. And Prudence Littlejohn, Chris Washer are in the wall. Oh boy, that's dangerous. Luckily, I think. Oh. Jeez, that was a heart-stopping moment once again. I gotta give credit though. Of course, we have seen a couple of cars running into running into crashes, plow driving, as you always call that. Luckily, that did not happen this time. So, and this is a great run, and the 70 car got it. But that was a pretty small margin though. So, Jay Stella got back to the line first, and he will be the leader when we get to the restart again. But of course, first we gotta take a look at the caution over here, because we have another caution number 4. Wow. Well, that is shaking things up a whole lot. Look at this. So, Chris Washer was involved, Prudence Littlejohn was involved, there's 2 drivers who were involved, a little more, a couple of other drivers were also involved. So, let's take a look at what happened over here. Caution number 4. So it started over here with Jane Pinter, who got into the back of the 6th car of Ben Goldberg, and I didn't take my list. There were 2 names on there who caused the caution. I mean the people who should look out and be a little bit careful, otherwise they could get a probation penalty. Chris Washer was one of them, and the other one I don't know. So, well, whatever. The thing is, Ben Goldberg in the number 6 car. This is where it started. Got turned by Jane Pinter there. Contact made. Ooh. And then he got shoot into the 06 car, who then got into Prudence Littlejohn. So a 3-car incident. And the most nerve-wracking moment was this moment, when Prudence Littlejohn was up high, and of course what goes up must come down. And then hopefully nobody is in between there. And that is indeed what happened over here. A close call. And Ben Goldberg, I think, even got the closest goal a couple of times. There, Bruce Little Lady van Dijk just sneaking by. Ooh, very close goal for Joshua Michaels. And at this point they were safe, so luckily they were safe. My goodness. There, can't take this, mate. And looking at the 6 car, I mean... Oh, that was a really close full call for Joshua Michaels and Lady van Dijk. Luckily, these guys all were safe, so... But it's safe and sound. Luckily. So the 70 car of J Stella is your leader. We're quickly gonna get you back to the green flag over here. And hopefully we're gonna get to the finish now. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. When we go green flag, we'll just have 3 more laps to go. J Stella, hunting for a spot in the All-Star race, is your leader. Second position is Inge Lamboliana, who is already in the All-Star race. Third, we got points leader Troy Kang, and I'm not sure what he's looking for, either a spot in the All-Star race or a good solid points day. And well, he's definitely gonna gain on a couple of points contenders over here, being a third. Fourth, we got Norte Smits, and it's all about winning for her because she's 39 points. Well, ran a part-time schedule in the first 10 races or something. So all about winning and getting in that All-Star race. Fifth, we got Jay Pinter over here in the number 27 car. Nothing to lose for him, so he's just gonna have to go for points, as he's 13th in points. Then we got the number 22 car of Robert Goldberg, and he has 2 wins, so he's already in All-Star race. So all about points for him. Then we got over here the 33 car of Leah Walker, also in All-Star race, so all about points. Then we got the 85 car of Darnell Matthew, and I think he's also gonna try to get in that All-Star race, as he is currently 41st in points. Of course, a rookie. We got in 9th the 64 car of Justin Yee, who is gonna go for a win, I think. And in 10th we got Jeffrey Finguy. Woo! Jeffrey Finguy having a good run over here. That's a good thing. Like that. So Jeffrey Finguy, well, going for some good luck this time. Just a good solid result. That's what he needs. And the green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. J Stella is your leader. Out of the race, by the way, I don't know, I don't think anybody retired from that incident previous time. Here comes Inge Lamboliana to the inside. 01 car moves to the inside of J Stella and will take over the lead. But of course soon being followed by Jane Pinter, who's gonna try to make a move with the help from Robert Goldberg right behind there. And Norte Smits in the 44 car, who it seems like she has been in 4th all day long. There goes Inge Lamboliana up high. And the 27 car of Jane Pinter is your new leader. When we cross the line, 2 laps to go. If a caution comes out, it's over. So Jane Pinter, this is all he has to give. He has to lead every single lap from now on. That's for everybody. Leading every lap is very important. Here comes Inge Lamboliana down low on Norte Smits again, going for 2nd place. Troy Kang following. And Inge Lamboliana, is she going to... Oh, we got lap traffic over here. The 39 car. And this could be devastating. This could be dangerous. This could bring problems. And luckily it does not. Inge Lamboliana right on the rear back bumper of the 27 car. Rear back bumper, whatever. And going to the inside. We'll have 1 more lap to go. No caution, so we'll finish it under green, I think. Well, at least if a caution comes out now, we will still finish it under full speed. And Inge Lamboliana is your new leader. Can she bring home a victory? Which she doesn't have yet this season, I think. But the 22 car of Robert Goldberg is there as well. The 70 car of J Stella hungry for a win. Norte Smits coming with a move. We got the 22 car coming with a move. Going into turns number 3 and 4. Who's gonna make the last move? Norte Smits looking on the 22 car. Norte Smits looking on the 22 car. She needs to win. Coming out of turn number 4. Who's gonna win this race? It is gonna be... I have no clue. Once again, a very, very close finish. And it's either gonna be the 22 car of Robert Goldberg or the 44 of Norte Smits. Whew. I always like those close finishes. There, Tuatapola's group comes in. Her gang finishes. Still waiting for a couple of drivers, and then we're gonna take a look at who is your winner. Could it be possible that Robert Goldberg got his third victory of this year? And the answer is yes! Robert Goldberg wins the race. Look at this, with 28 thousandths of a second over Norton Smits. And that's going to be a very, very, very tough break for her. Because Norton Smits will have to hope for either the fan vote or the winning in the showdown, or finishing second in the showdown. Otherwise, there will be no All-Star race for her. Robert Goldberg got his third victory of this season. And that is one thing over here. He has already proven that he's a fantastic race car driver. He has most victories this season. He has the most victories this season of the whole field. That's quite astonishing for a rookie, because that is what he is. So, well, thing is, Norton Smith, Jay Stella, yeah, both needed to win, and both just got short. So, or just came short on that victory. So it will be a tough pill to swallow for both of them. At least we will not see Jay Stella back. Norton Smith we might see back, I'm not sure. But that will all come later. Depends a little bit on what Demi Spanner and Lena van Dijk will do. We got Inge Lambliana finishing in 4th. Well, just a solid points finish for her. And Jane Pinter also for him. And that's what he needed, as said, of course. Jeffrey Vinguy finishing in 6th. Turning his bad luck around. And hopefully it will stay the same thing. Though, look at what the difference was between him and Jane Pinter. Absolutely 0.000 seconds. So, it could have been the top 5 for Jeffrey Vinguy. So, it seems like his bad luck continues a little bit. But still, solid finish. Darnell Matthew finishes in 7th. That's something which really surprises me. Well, for a rookie at least. That's a great thing. While Dylan Young and Zachary Fitzwater struggled, Darnell Matthew is the last and third of the group. Who came in after the second common deadline and finishes in 7th. Troy Kang in 8th, your points leader, and that's very important, and we'll come to the other top 10 in points in a few moments. Justin Yee in the 64 car finishes in 9th, and Leah Walker in 10th. Also a great job by both of them. Now let's take a look at the top 10 in points. Of course, Troy Kang we had. Nicole Trunowicz, 27th. Tire problem for her. Ooh, that's a tough pill to swallow for her. Then we got, of course, the 62 car of Joseph Ernesto finishing in 39th. Big incident out of the race. Teammate Bassanese finishing in 24th. Also a tire problem. What is up with all those drivers having tire problems? I don't know. But, well, Bassanese at least out of the race. So, well. Top 5, James Shelley, we know what happened. 40th place, also did not finish. So it seems like from the top 5, Troy Kang is the only driver to finish. And then he gets the top 10, and that is why I said it's so important for him to get at least a good finish, as good as possible, because he can go comfortably into 2016 with the points lead, with comfortable points lead. So, good thing for him. Aiden Thomas finishing in 11th, so that's also a great job by him. 6th in points, and he will definitely gain a little bit, but not on Troy Kang, but on the others one. On the others he will. Denise Steinauer in the 77 car finishing in 21st, a lap down, but at least finishes. Inge Lambliana in the 01 car, well, of course, she will also gain on Troy Kang, as she finishes in 4th place. So good job by Inge Lambliana. Prudence Littlejohn in the 02 finishes in 15th, so pretty solid finish. Could have been better, but still pretty solid finish, even after an incident. So, and the 4 car of Philip Goldberg finishes in 28th after retiring. So, tough race for him. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Dascar Phillips Cup Series 2015. Wow, this has gone pretty fast. We have had a lot of ups and downs this year, and maybe I will make in the Christmas break a video with the ups and downs from 2015. I don't know. I could do that. That's quite fun. Of the Phillips Cup Series, of course. Then. But I'm going to see quite a lot of you guys back in the Martini Endurance Series, and of course also then in the Christmas Royals. So very much looking forward to that, to those 3 events, and hopefully you guys are as well. If you are in the series, have fun with that, and if you are not, then well, I will just see you back Next year again, of course, Vredestein All-Star Race coming up. And your entry list, well, of course, the 17 drivers. What was 17? Why did I say 17? Is it something I still remember? I don't know. Looking at how many drivers were in. Come on. The All-Star Race currently locked in. There are still 3 spots open. So once again, the fan vote video will come up in the next week, in the next few days. So keep an eye on that and vote for the person you would like to see in the Philips Cup Series. So Denise Steiner, I think she got her 2nd victory. So last race. And then of course also the 22 car Robert Goldberg 3rd victory. So in the All-Star Race you're gonna see 19 cars, and those will be 16 of the 19. Debbie Myers with 3 victories, Ingela Moliana, Justin, oh, didn't even know Justin Yu was in there, so good thing for him. Jane Pinter with 3 victories, John Cittadino, Nicole Trenowich with 2 victories, and of course a championship as well. Bessanies, Leah Walker with 2 victories, Harry Hills, Robert Goldberg with 3 victories this season all, Jackson Brown, Denise Steinauer with 2 victories, Tua Tupola, Dom Caps, Anna Gregg and Luke Walker. So ladies and gentlemen, that will be 16 of the 19 cars who will be in the All-Star Race, and the other ones will be in the showdown. So, well, looking very much forward to that as well. That will all be next year. For now, I want to thank you for watching this whole year. I want to wish everybody who will not see back in the Martini Endurance Series a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and of course a Happy New Year already. And of course, I will see you next year. We'll have a fantastic year in 2016. Thank you for watching, and thank you for watching the whole 2015. I'll see you next year with the Dascar Philips Cup Series Season 8 2015. Now over will of course will be 2016 here on Ziggo Sport.
C'est parce que maman vieillit, tiens, pourquoi t'es tout rouge? Reviens, gamin, et qu'est-ce que vous avez tous à me regarder comme un singe, vous? Ah oui, vous êtes sains, vous, bande de macaques, donnez-moi un bébé singe, il sera formidable, formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable, nous étions formidables, formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Nous étions formidables.